So like I was saying, it's the great unmasking. The great unmasking is upon us. The veil has been lifted. The veneer has come off. Yes? Thank you for the super chat. I just heard that. But let me get to what I want to say. Ever since Jimmy Dore has been making this push for Medicare for all, to get the progressives in the Democratic Party to withhold their vote for Nancy Pelosi to become Speaker of the House and leverage that against her, right, in order to get a vote on Medicare for all. Ever since he started that, you've had people on the so-called left, the so-called American left, which is essentially the right, coming out to attack him, and quite viciously, I might add, right? And I mean, not just him, but especially him, and even me. And we'll get to that in a second, right? So a lot of interesting development. Now, look, the first one I want to show you over here. Take a look at this one. This is from Anna Kasparian, right? TYT, right? She's from over at TYT. So y'all tell me if you can see that. Give me one sec. Thank you for the super chats. I can hear them in the background, but we just got to get this up for you over here. There we go. So, okay. So what Anna said is, it's one thing to debate the strategies lawmakers like AOC should take. My issue with Dore is that I don't believe he says anything in good faith. It's incredible to witness his rage-filled demands of some lawmakers while he refused to hold Tulsi accountable for a damn thing. And then if you scroll down underneath, she says also, attacking AOC is more of his branding exercise than anything else. With that said, pressuring politicians to actually represent us is the right thing to do. Oh, really? You think? I just question his intentions, and for good reason. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, etc., etc. So she has an issue with his intentions. How can I put this frankly? I don't give a shit. I mean, I know Jimmy has good intentions regardless, but you just said that this is the right tactic. So why are you making this about Jimmy? Like, you sat down, you had a couple of tweets to write, you did 3 tweets, and you decided to use them on Jimmy. Why? What does it have to do with him? Like, forget that he said that. Pretend somebody else gave you the idea, if it makes you sleep better at night, right? Because you just admitted it's a good idea. So what's wrong with that? Now, we're not done with that. Hold on. Afterwards, Anna got more angry. And she started saying things like that Jimmy was that hold on, let me show you. This is what she said. She said that Jimmy lied about her. Quote, more lies include that I smeared Assange, when in reality I've defended Assange and outlined what his prosecution means for journalists. Why does Jimmy need to smear everyone around him who dares to question him? He's a toxic and dishonest person, unquote. Really? Look, you might bullshit somebody else, but you're not bullshitting me. I was at the hearing. I don't recall seeing you or anyone from TYT, right? Home of progressives. I don't recall your presence, Anna. Where were you? The only thing that I seem to recall, man, I still remember that day. I was exhausted. like every goddamn day covering this hearing. And I mean, all of us were, right? You got Kevin waking up at 5 a.m. because he's in a different time zone. We're all sitting doing this crap like 8-9 hours a day. And then Anna gets asked about Julian Assange, and she's like, yeah, we'll give it some thought. And then she got mad on Twitter because people had to shame her basically into talking about Julian Assange. The only thing the TYT did was a 10-minute video about Julian Assange. Okay, the hearing, the extradition hearing, went on for a month. What was it, September 7th until October 3rd? Man, I can't even remember. It ended too early. It ended on a Thursday. That's what I remember. They had us coming in and out of the court like 4 times that day. So anyway, it went on for a month. And they did a 10-minute video, one 10-minute video. And then she says that she stood up for Assange. So what I told Anna, all right, I said, you haven't done jack for Assange. Sit down. And I called her out. You know, TYT, Homo Progressives, they got millions of dollars in equipment and budget. And they did a single 10-minute video on the entire Assange hearing, and only after being shamed into it. And do you know what the result was? She blocked me. She blocked me, man. Anna blocked me. That's what she did. You're blocked. She blocked me because of those 2 tweets. Because I called her out on her bullshit. Because, you know, she can go and bullshit other people. She can bullshit TYT's audience or whoever that, you know, oh yeah, I stood up for Assange. But she can't bullshit me. She can't bullshit you. You didn't do jack. You didn't do jack. You were shamed into doing some crappy, measly video. I don't tolerate this. She blocked me right straight up. We're not done, huh? We're not done. And by the way, once again, let me remind you, this has nothing to do with Medicare for all. You see what they're doing? Do you see how they're providing cover and they're derailing the conversation and changing the topic? How they got us conversing now about other things. Let's converse about Assange. I'm more than happy to, as a matter of fact. But do you see what they're doing here? They're making it about Jimmy Dore, and they're making it about some personal beef. Anything except Medicare for all. It's interesting, right? What's the other girl's name? Francesca. She TYT as well. What does she do? She jumps in the debate. She starts attacking Jimmy as well, bringing up personal beef, bringing up old beef. And look what she decided to do. She decided to defend some goddamn CIA backpacker. I mean, like, dude, you get caught backpacking on the border between Iran and Iraq, 3 Americans, and you say you got lost. Who believes that nonsense, man? So she was running cover for some Al-Qaeda apologist, right? And she starts posting pictures of some private messages that she had with Jimmy Dore, and he was calling her out, right? And so she starts bringing this up. Okay. Oh, you're calling him CIA, Al-Qaeda. Yo, man. The guy was convicted of being a CIA agent in Iran. Okay. So what I told her is, look, man, I told her that, Jimmy's one of the only people who told the truth about Syria. And I forgot to thank him earlier when he was on my show for sticking up for my country against the lies and the propaganda. You should keep better company than Al-Qaeda apologist and imperialist, you clown. And that's some real shit. You know, Jimmy's one of the only people that would not only bring up Syria to begin with, but who is actually spitting facts, you know, and bringing on people that were in Syria and not repeating DOD talking points. One of the only people, and they want to come out and say that, oh, he's just a grifter. He's doing this for money. Oh, yeah. I'm sure YouTube love monetizing videos about Syria, right? And and videos that go against the narrative, right? As we see all the time. They just love this kind of stuff, right? What a joke. If you want to make money, you're not going to cover Syria. You're not going to tell the truth about Syria if you want to make money. Okay? And then, to nobody's surprise, all right, to nobody's surprise, she blocked me too, Francesca. After that, she blocked me too. She straight up blocks me. She straight up blocks me, right? Take a look. You're blocked. That's it. She straight up blocks me, man. So we're not done. We're not done. And again, this has nothing to do with Medicare for all. Do you see the mental gymnastics, the nonsense, the garbage, the gossip that they're trying to bring up just to deflect from Medicare for all, just to insulate the progressives in Congress, just to stop people from holding them accountable? Do you see what's going on here? Do you see how they're trying to run cover for them? Oh, they're good. They're good, huh? Look, it gets worse. So this is on Sam Sater's show, however you say his name, The Majority Report. Listen to what they're talking about now. Listen to this.
Seems to feed further into this kind of anti-politics that Jimmy does that can seem very progressive on its face, but appeals somehow to reactionaries. And, you know, you always got to take a second look when that's happening. I was actually on with David Sirota last night on Kenzo Shibata's show. So I got up to speed on some of these ideas, and I thought they're very good. They made a lot of sense. Like the idea that you could like if it were possible to force a vote where Medicare for all could actually pass, then yes, they should absolutely do that. But the idea, like if they have this vote and we know it's going to fail, wouldn't that actually be bad for Medicare for all's chances going forward? Yes. And then Nancy Pelosi can say, oh, see, it's failing. Like everyone can shut up about it. It's not politically.
No. Listen to me. Listen to me. Nancy Pelosi is already saying no. That's the whole point. That's why we're talking about forcing a vote, because she's the one already saying no. She's been in government for 30 years saying no. What chances are you referring to? Are you on crack? Are you on crack? If anything, this gives you a chance. If anything. The whole point is Nancy Pelosi is saying no. You didn't have a vote on it, and she's saying no. Unbelievable.
Viable. Like, why would you do that?
Exactly. And I think, yeah, you're spot on when you talk about how this is just really the politics of, it's nihilistic almost, and it's not really about building power. It's
nihilistic. You know what's nihilistic? Leaving people without health care. You're killing them. That's nihilism, okay? This shows you that they care more about the survival of the party, right? Nihilism. Nihilism for who? For what? The party? Fuck the party. People are dying. They don't have health care. Millions of Americans have lost their jobs in this pandemic. And since jobs are tied to healthcare in America, yeah, makes it even worse. It was bad enough. Now it's even worse. It's already in a state of nihilism. Look at the fucking disconnect. Look at the disconnect between the workers and these people. For them, nihilism, oh, it's the party. It's the party, you know, like the establishment. No, nihilism is people with fucking diabetes not being able to go to the doctor, get their medication. Is people with cancer, people who can't even get a fucking a flu shot or antibiotics or fucking normal medication. They can't even afford that because they're broke. That's fucking nihilism. It's already there. People are already suffering. That's fucking nihilism, okay? People dying. And your solution is, we can't do it, man, because the party, you know. The party comes first. Fuck you and fuck your party.
About being like the...
How to do what you say.
And then if you look at this over here, what Fiorella saying, we already know that most Americans want this shit, but they want to tell you that, oh, look, man, you know, it's not going to pass. It's never going to work. Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe you should get maybe you should get fucking rid of these assholes that are telling you, oh, it's not going to work. And, you know, the votes are not there. Well, fuck them then. It's not even a question of Democrats. Most people in America want this. You go poll Republicans, most Republicans want this. The entire country wants it. Again, I don't know how many times I have to repeat this, man. These politicians work for you. If they're not working for you, you get fucking rid of them. Do you understand that? You don't just let them act however they want. You don't just give them a pass. You don't just wait for them. This is unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. It really is. Now we get to, now it's going next level, right? Now it's going next level. You ready? You ready for the next level? All right. Again, once again on the majority report. Okay. Oh man. Oh man.
And but I think, you know, what's becoming clear, and what is clear with Jimmy Dore in particular, is that this is not about pressuring politicians to do something. This is not about a long-term strategy to empower the most progressive forces in the Democratic Party to get real change. This is about him trying to prove, and it's an easy thing to do, at least in terms of what his requirements for proof are, him trying to prove that they're all frauds and that really the only true person out there is him.
Or the guy who took Assad money.
Well,
also, like, sorry, he accepted money. So there's the Jimmy Dore issue, which is fueled by anything from having an agenda, clickbait, and really like making left commentary, frankly, cheap because it's not nuanced and it's not sophisticated and it's not like he has a background in political theory or organizing or frankly any politics. We don't have actual movement leaders.
Okay, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What was that? You know what I told her on Twitter? Nomiki Kuntz thinks Jimmy Dore's voice is cheap because he lacks a background in politics. That's what she said. Again, I'm going to play you that part again. So there's no misunderstanding here. That is literally what she said. Okay, let me play it again for you, right? Hear it from her mouth. From her mouth.
well,
Also, like, sorry, he accepted money. So there's the Jimmy Dore issue, which is fueled by anything from having an agenda, clickbait, and really like making left commentary, frankly, cheap because it's not nuanced and it's not sophisticated and it's not like he has a background in political theory or organizing or frankly any politics.
So you heard her, all right? You heard her. That's what she said. He's making leftist commentary cheap, according to her, because he doesn't have a background in politics. So this is what I told her. Since you want to play the elitist card, you might value my insight then. My family's UN. I grew up in the diplomatic community. I was educated alongside kids of politicians and ambassadors. Jimmy is spot on and you are full of shit. You're derailing the fucking conversation for Medicare for all. You're covering for politicians, and she's insinuating that people without a background in politics shouldn't participate in discourse that affects them directly, which is a very smug, classist thing to say. That's exactly what she's saying. That is exactly what she's saying. Oh, you don't have a background in politics. Your commentary is not very nuanced there, boy. It's not nuanced enough. Can't tolerate that in this establishment. According to her, you have to work for the DNC, right? You have to be an imperialist hack. You have to be a Washington staffer to have a voice, right? You're not allowed to have a voice unless you have a background in politics. Okay, fine. You want to play the elitist card? I have a background in politics, all right? My whole family is a background in politics. I grew up with the kids of politicians, of leaders, of ambassadors. Fuck you, bitch. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're a classist bitch. You think that workers can't talk about Medicare for all during a fucking pandemic when they don't even have health care? When they ain't got no money, when their government is screwing them over in the richest nation on earth? That's the shit that you had to say in 2020 during the pandemic? That's what you came up with? Wanting health care? That's not nuanced enough? No, stop trying to overcomplicate shit. You don't understand how it works in Washington, D.C. No, the problem is we see very clearly how it works in Washington, D.C. Everybody's fucking corrupt. You got no excuse for this. You have all the money in the world. The will is not there. The will is not there. And you're shitting on the only people who want to force politicians into getting shit done. How fucking dare you? So I stopped her, man. You want to play the elitist fucking card? All right. And then look what she tells me. Look what she told me then. Look what she replied to me. She said, that's not what I said. I said, if I want to know how to pass Medicare for all, I go to folks with experience doing so. Hold on a second. That's not what you said. No, that's exactly what you said. That's why I played the clip for you twice just now. You fucking heard her. She said, he's making leftist commentary cheap because it's not nuanced and he doesn't have a background in politics and political theory. You just fucking said that. That's what you said. There's no mistaking here. So number one, you're fucking lying. And afterwards, she repeats it again. She fucking says it again. If I want to know how to pass Medicare for all, I go to folks who have experience doing so. Once again, like this elitist bullshit. Like, oh, man, pothead comedians, the working class, regular folk, you just don't get it. I go to people with experience. What experience? Who has experience passing Medicare for all? It's never been fucking passed, you dodo. That's why we're doing this shit and pushing them to fucking pass it, you dumbass. No one has experience passing it. The only experience you people have is not fucking passing it and leaving people without healthcare, even during a pandemic. Some fucking experience. Looks pretty fucking invaluable to me. Looks pretty fucking worthless to me. The fucking nerve of these people, man. Unreal. Look how her ass got ratioed. Like I'm not even I was like, you should have just been quiet. Like you just should have just been quiet, man. She got ratioed. I mean, it's not even funny. Hold on, let me scroll down over here. Look at that. Look at that ratio, man. She got lit the fuck up in the comments. Very funny read, honestly. Very funny read. We're not done. We're not done, though. We're not done. You heard her as well when she's repeating this stuff about Jimmy taking Assad money or whatever it is, right? He took Assad money. What does Assad have to do with Medicare for all? What does President Bashar al-Assad have to do with Medicare for all? Are you telling me that the Syrian president is secretly trying to get Americans health care through Jimmy Dore? And he did it for $2,000. Wow. Wow. You people are fucking lunatics. You're lunatics. Do you know that? I mean, look, no offense to Jimmy, but I'm pretty sure Bashar al-Assad has no fucking clue who he is, okay? I think the guy has bigger shit to worry about than a bunch of jagoffs in their bedrooms telling you that this is bullshit what you're saying. Pretty sure, when you got 12 countries and NATO trying to overthrow you. I'm pretty sure you got bigger issues than Jimmy Dore, paying him $2,000. These people are nuts. Look at the reaches. Look at these fucking reaches. So, right, Francesca does it. And now she does it. Nomiki does it. Oh, he takes Assad money. What does that have to do with Medicare for all? What did I tell you at the beginning about people who live in a glass house? If you live in a glass house, you shouldn't be throwing stones. Because it turns out that Nomiki, she loves her some regime change. So this is from my good friend Ben Norton over at the Grayzone. All right, hold on. Let me just move this window down over here so you can see it. There we go. These U.S. quote-unquote progressives like Nomiki Kunst are tools of imperialism. She backed pro-fascist NATO, which supported ex-Nazis in Operation Gladio, in its destruction of Libya, which still has no central government today. She even went to Libya with the U.S. government-funded CIA-linked regime change arm, NDI. Look at all of this. Oh, wow. She's just shameless about it too, man. She's shameless about it. Look at that. When I was in Libya working with organizers, they were all so grateful that NATO intervened, helping their revolution from Gaddafi. Hillary Clinton is right. If we didn't join NATO to help rebels, Libya would be Syria, where ISIS would have moved earlier. What the fuck does that even mean? You fucked both those countries. Everything you intervene in turns to shit. The longer Libya had a civil war, the longer Libya was unstable. NATO needed to intervene. No, you created that fucking civil war. You did that. And then you bombed the crap out of the country. And now you got slavery. You got this insane proxy war now with Egypt and Turkey and arms coming in from all, and jihadists coming in from all over the place, fighting over the oil fields. You're proud of that? You're proud of that? Look, it's just endless. Look at this shit. She just fucking loves NATO, man. I spent time with the revolutionaries there in 13. All they needed was weapons collection and military training after NATO tomahawked. Oh, yeah. God, we should have given them more fucking weapons. She said she has a hard-on for it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Seriously. And then she has the nerve. She's working for the NDI and she has the fucking nerve to talk about taking money from governments. And you know what I told her? You know what I told her, man? This her response, okay, about how she was training women activists and who wanted to run for office, right? And she's bringing up again the Assad money myth. This is a white savior complex. That's what it is, right? I asked her, tell me, how's Libya doing these days? She wouldn't answer me, of course, because she didn't feel like it. And, today she responded to Ben and she said, you're the one launching attacks on the left, right? So she responded to all of these. She said, you're the one launching attacks on the left. Is Hillary's pal wanted to find oil in Libya? Sidney Blumenthal really the one backing you? Who else would be so interested in dividing the left? You also added screenshots from tweets where I was quoting presidential debates. Yellow journal. Wow. That's rich. That's rich coming from her, man. So, I had to call her out. And I told her how it is. Man. I said, no one is dividing the left, like she claims. No one is attacking the left. You supported regime change. You support imperialism. You are a fucking neocon. You're a neoconservative. And then she blocked me. She fucking blocked me, man. Hey, how about that? How about that? How about that? It's a trifecta. It's the trifecta, guys. I got all three this week. I got blocked by Anna Kasparian, I got blocked by Francesca, and I got blocked by Nomiki. The boutique left really doesn't like it when actual Arabs confront them about their support for regime change wars and their disdainful reporting on Assange. It's so nice seeing the mask come off. It really is, man. It really is. It really is nice seeing the mask come off. You're going to sit there and do your white savior complex bullshit about, oh, look, man, I just went to Libya on, humanitarian endeavors. And I'm glad that we bombed the shit out of one of the most prosperous countries in Africa and, set it back 50 years and it's still in turmoil. And, hey, I mean, we fucked it up, but I'm a humanitarian and you are clearly evil. How dare you try to pressure politicians? Don't you take Assad money? Look at them, man. Look at them. Look how quickly they fucking ran away like a bunch of cowards. I could have been way worse, man, with them. They deserve way worse. Like there is no amount. There's no such thing as being too impolite with imperialists and scum like that. I mean, these people literally help advocate the murder, the pillaging, the rape, the plundering, the conquest of other countries. No amount of insult could suffice. Nothing. There's nothing I could possibly fucking say that would be enough. What she was doing in Libya, whether she knows it or not, is running cover for that bullshit, right? That's the cover for the invasion, right? So look, we're doing these little workshops over here, and I'm helping train women, and I'm doing these humanitarian activities. Meanwhile, we're bombing the fucking shit out of the country and toppling the government and stealing the oil and making sure that one of the strongest nations in the Arab world in Africa can't stand on its own 2 feet. Right? It's just like when you hear American soldiers like, hey, look, man, we just built a school in this village in Iraq after we fucking leveled it to the ground and filled it with depleted uranium. Aren't we great? Aren't we so magical? Look at us. We're the best. What would these Arabs do without us? What would these Arabs do without us? What would we do without you, Nomiki? How would we ever survive? Thank you so much. Thank you for destroying our fucking countries. Thank you so much, you piece of shit. You motherfucker. You fucking coward asshole. Fuck all of you. And then Anna hanging out with Madeleine Albright. I mean, Jesus Christ. Why don't you go and get Henry Kissinger in the picture with you while you're at it? Huh? For those of you who are not familiar with the former Secretary of State, let me just play you a short clip of her talking about sanctions on Iraq. Yeah, in the early 90s. Here, take a look at this.
We have heard that 500,000 children have died. I mean, that's more children than died in Hiroshima. And is the price worth it?
I think this is a very hard choice, but we think the price is worth it.
Fuck me. I mean, this is unreal. This is unreal. Like,
the following program.
You're hanging out with people like that, and then you have the nerve to talk about Jimmy Dore and Assad? You heard that woman. You heard what she just said. That's just the sanctions. That's just the fucking sanctions, right? Which they want you to believe always that sanctions are harmless, right? Oh, it's just, it's a soft tool. It's not something that actually harms. It's not like an invasion. We're not actually killing. Oh no, it's economic terrorism. It's siege warfare. 500,000 children. That's mass murder. That's fucking genocide. Assad is a joke compared to that, right? You want to talk about, you want to accuse people of hanging out with dictators and hanging out with people that are literally fucking evil. Look in the fucking mirror. Look at yourself in the fucking mirror. That's who people at TYT hang out with. And then they call themselves progressive. They hang out with mass fucking murderers. And then they want to come after Jimmy Dore because he's asking for health care. What the fuck does this have to do with Medicare for all? What does it have to do with Medicare for all? You know, you want to bring up Syria. The only thing that you should be saying is we shouldn't have intervened in Syria and used that money to give our own people health care. That's some sane, rational, moral, ethical, logical thing to say, right? These people are imperialist scum. That's what they are. Okay? And then they have the fucking nerve to talk about others. I mean, it's frankly amazing. And you know, Nomiki talking about trolls. Look at this. Oh, troll tweets at me. Troll tweets in the last hour. Oh. Nah, your fucking mask came off. Your fucking mask came off. And people are calling you out on it. That's what happened, okay? This is what happens when you support NATO bombing campaigns. This is what happens when you think that your own people don't deserve healthcare during a pandemic, all right? It's not trolls. This is what Nomiki supports. This is what people at TYT support. This is what the faux-aggressive left supports. This is what these people support. This is what they support. That's what they support. Regime change. Destruction. And then they want to claim that they're on the left. And then they want to claim they're on the fucking left. You are fucking neocons. You are no different than Wolfowitz, Rumsfeld, Powell, Rice, Bush. You are right along there with them. You saw her fucking tweets. Man, we had to intervene because, you know, we're a force for good and America has to police the world. And if we hadn't, then this and that. Yeah, you're a fucking neocon. You are a neoconservative. That's what you are. Indistinguishable. Fucking distinguishable from George Bush, from Dick Cheney, from Donald Rumsfeld. Indistinguishable. They're fucking like shameless about it. Like she still won't even apologize, right? Still trying to deflect. And I want to make something clear, man. I want to make something very clear. This is not a question of like, oh, I'm a better leftist than you, or I'm a real leftist and you're a fake leftist. No. She's a fucking neocon. These people are on the same side as George Bush, as Dick Cheney. They're justifying murder, imperialism. They're justifying regime change wars. During the pandemic, no one has health care. Everyone's been laid off. Their proposal is let's do nothing. You're nowhere near the left. You're nowhere near the left. This is a joke. And then they start tweeting with solidarity. No, there's no solidarity between us. Okay? You're the enemy. You're coming to kill us. You want to kill your own people. You want to kill your own goddamn neighbors, your citizens, by denying them health care. And you want to justify bombing my brothers and sisters in the Arab world, or sanctioning people in Venezuela, our brothers and sisters in Latin America, our brothers and sisters in Africa. You're the fucking enemy. There's no alliance here. There's no big tent. Like I said, it's no accident the same people making excuses for inaction on healthcare are also advocates of regime change. Now they attack those who oppose this to deflect from Medicare for all. You should be ashamed to even show your faces after peddling Russiagate and NATO wars, you imperialist scum. I mean, even Tucker Carlson, even Tucker fucking Carlson apologized for supporting the Iraq war. Have you apologized for supporting the NATO bombing of Libya, the destruction of Libya? Have you? Wouldn't make it okay. I wouldn't respect you anymore. But nonetheless, I used to joke that progressives are just liberals who want healthcare. Turns out they don't even want to give you that either. Oh, ain't that right? Ain't that right, man? You know, there was also something with, what's his name? Dixon. So he started going after Brianna, right? She used to be Bernie's press secretary. So here's what Brianna said. I don't own a house, so Benjamin Dixon has chosen to call me and Uncle Tom in lieu of an argument. I'm sorry you've chosen this route. I would have been happy to discuss. So let's listen to what he said.
I have try my best not to attack black folks and give them space, but Brianna Joy Gray has jumped into this conversation as well. And she is coming on the side of, like she traditionally does, like, I have a complicated relationship with her in the sense of I consider her a colleague, but I also consider her wrong on a whole lot of issues. And this is the issue that she's wrong on. And she continuously is wrong on this issue. And she continuously serves the role as a black person who would be the spokesperson for white progressiveness that has not done away with their white supremacy. That role was mine, and I obviously turned it down. I try my best not to.
What the fuck? Yo, man. Once again, what does that have to do with Medicare for all? Nothing. Number two. Do you know how deeply offensive that shit is? Do you know how he basically called her a token? He's saying that white people are using her as a token. That's what he's saying about her. And that she's like a traitor or some shit. Like, does this guy listen to himself? You're defending the Democratic Party. This is the Democratic Party that destroyed Libya. This is the Democratic Party that bombed my country, that destroyed Syria. This is the Democratic Party that has been complicit in all of the regime change wars, that has been complicit in killing, murdering, sanctioning people of color all over the fucking planet. This is America. The whole foundation is white supremacy. It's the fucking establishment. You want to talk about white supremacy? The fucking Democratic Party is your enemy, just like the Republican Party is your enemy. The entire political apparatus is your fucking enemy. What the fuck are you talking about? People are trying to go against Pelosi, against the establishment, get some real shit for the people. What does the fuck does this have to do with anything? And then he was also in another video, he's talking about how Jimmy Dore wants to buy a pool. That Jimmy bought a house. Again, I don't know if this is true, but according to him, he says Jimmy bought a house for 1.9 million. And that he's grifting, that he's going after AOC because it makes him money. Hold on a second. If he just bought a house, why does he need more money? What? Oh, I know. I remember. He said Jimmy needs a pool. So according to him, Jimmy wants a swimming pool, and that's why he's going after the squad. What? What? What the fuck? What are you talking about? They can't even make up their minds with their smears. One second it's Assad that is financing Jimmy, and the next second, oh no, he wants a swimming pool. Dude, Jimmy could just literally stare at the camera and say nothing and he would make cash. Okay? He could literally just stare at the camera and say nothing and make cash. This is just bullshit. This ad hominem, these personal attacks, that's bad faith. That's bad faith. That's upholding the establishment. That's insulating. That's protecting people in power. That's bullshit. He wants a pool. What the fuck? What are you even talking about, man? What does that have to do with Medicare for all? You know, if you think Jimmy's strategy is so bad, then what's yours? Do nothing? That seems to be working out great. Oh, yeah, let's just do nothing. What the fuck? Like, these people are going through they're going to such lengths to attack Jimmy. I mean, it's fucking weird. Like, they have some kind of hard-on or some obsession for him or some kind of fetish. I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I really don't. Why are you so desperate to protect politicians? They work for you, not the other way around. He wants a swimming pool. Oh my God. I mean, I'm just like, I don't even know what the fuck to talk about that. And then he's calling Brianna an Uncle Tom, basically. I mean, like, look how far they're trying to steer the conversation and low. Look how low they're trying to steer it just to get away from criticizing the squad or criticizing the Democratic Party. Like, just like any fucking thing. The Syrian president is now involved. Like the Syrian president wants you to have healthcare secretly through Jimmy Dore. Fucking lunacy. Fucking lunatics, really. Look, man, I want to make something very clear. I don't give a fuck about all these people. I mean, I've never talked about them before on the show. I don't really have much interest in them. But, you know, if they're going to start with the personal attacks and trying to derail the conversation, I need to point that out. I have to expose this to you so you can see what's going on. Okay? They're doing everything that they can to derail the conversation. I don't want to hear about Jimmy Dore. I love you, Jimmy. But you understand what I'm saying? I want to hear about Medicare for all. I want to hear about how you intend to get that passed. Talk to me about Medicare for all, right? That's the primary focus, is it not? Let's talk about that. Why are you going after other people? That's pretty bad faith. That's pretty bullshit to me. But it's really funny. It's really funny. They've exposed themselves, right? Over here. Attacks on Assange. Oh, man. Oh, man. Look at this. This ain't good. That's not a good look, huh? Assange was only working for Assange. No, he's not. When I see videos of my brothers and sisters in Iraq being murdered by an American gunship, and then I'm blessed with a platform to expose that, to show the world the murder, the colonialism that is taking place, he's not working for himself. Okay? He's helping people that he doesn't even know. So you fucking apologize for that shit. Don't justify imperialism. Don't justify colonialism. Don't denigrate, don't downplay the exposition of war crimes, of fucking murder. How can you watch that video? That's one video. Never mind all the other documents. That's one video. How can you watch that and it's always working for himself? What the fuck? Nah, it's Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is working for himself. The establishment, the corporations are working for themselves, making money off of killing Arabs. The fuck is this shit? That's some bullshit, man. This is unacceptable. Now, regardless, I don't want to play into that because they want to derail from Medicare for all. That's the whole point here. They want to go after others and, you know, try to discredit them and attack them because they've been exposed. And as we said here, there's no infighting on the left. You have liberals and imperialists masquerading as the progressive left, currently being exposed by jagoffs in their garages and their bedrooms. This is a good one. I see no infighting, just some people taking off their costumes. Amen. Force the vote. Force the vote. The great unmasking. They thought that they were going to be very smart going after Jimmy, going after people who are demanding that their elected representatives fucking do their jobs, right? Once again, you live in a glass house, shouldn't be throwing stones. You shouldn't be throwing fucking stones. I'm so disgusted, I really am. And then their defense is, oh, you're dividing the left. The left? Yeah, neocons are the left? Fuck me. Delusional. Absolutely delusional. Truly. Just once again, look at this. Look how they blocked me. This is what happens when a Syrian, when an Arab debunks their bullshit. This is what they do. You see that? Cowards. That's what they do, because they don't want to hear the truth, right? They can't tolerate being exposed as phonies. They didn't do jack shit for Assange. They've been pushing regime change wars. They've been pushing fucking imperialism. They've been pushing DOD talking points. They've been justifying the oppression, the killing, the murder, the colonialism. Fuck them. They're not on the left. These people are indistinguishable from fucking neocons. Indistinguishable. They inherently believe that America has a right to intervene in other countries and to fucking bomb them to smithereens. Because, hey, look, I did a workshop with some women in Libya. Yeah, what about the other women that have been fucking killed? What about the other women that have been displaced? What about the other women that lost their husbands or their sisters or their aunts or their kids? What about them? They don't matter? Oh no, it's you. You got to do a cool little post on Twitter. You stupid fuck. Fuck you. كسختكم ولادين الشرموطة ما بتسوى فرنجين.